This day is important to me because I've accomplished my goals and I can finally move on with my life, go to college, do anything I want to.
What was the most difficult thing about getting to this point in life?
The most difficult, I would say, stand on track. Like, I had to stay motivated to get this over with.
Why is education important to you?
Education is important because a lot of people don't have a chance to get their education. Like, people in different countries and all that, they're killed to get over here, get their education.
What are your plans for the future?
Plans for the future? Plan to be a psychologist. And in my second hand, I'm trying to go to the UFC for my MMA on.
Where will you be in 5 years?
In 5 years, I'll probably be in Japan somewhere.
What's your favorite thing about today?
Favorite thing about today? Well, I'm kind of miss everybody, but it's the last time we get to be around each other.
My name is Willie Collins. I'm 17 years old and I'm graduating from Innovations High School.
Why is this day important to you?
This day is important to me because high school is like a long journey for me, so this is something I was looking forward to.
What was the most difficult thing about getting to this point in life?
Staying focused, keeping my grades up.
What role has alternative school played in you getting to this point?
It gave me like a second chance to like straighten myself up, you know. Education is important to me because like you can't get nowhere without it in life. My future plans are to go to college and play basketball and find a good job.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years, I see myself working for a graphic design company, something like a newspaper or something like that maybe.
What's your favorite thing about today?
My favorite thing about today is knowing I don't gotta come back to high school.
What are your plans for life?
I'm not sure yet.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Thanks to Innovations High School for helping me get through my last year, high school, senior year. But they helped me a lot.
I'm Leila Martin, and I'm graduating from Innovations High School.
Why is this day important to you?
This day is important to me because I suffer from chronic depression, so it was very hard for me to find motivation. A lot of times I couldn't get up or I wouldn't get up. It was just very hard for me to overcome that hurdle. So this day is important for me because a lot of people don't make it through depression.
What was the most difficult thing about getting to this point in life?
The most difficult thing was motivating myself, finding a reason to get to this point in my life, and just pushing myself. Yeah, that was the most difficult.
What role has alternative schools played in getting you to this point?
Well, alternative schools are completely different from other schools. I mean, the classrooms are much smaller. The teachers pay so much more attention to you. So this alternative school played a big role because they gave me so many chances in order for me to get my diploma. So that's definitely a big difference and a huge, I'm just appreciative of it, very appreciative.
Why is education important to you?
Education is important to me because whatever you believe in, you could put what you believe in and your passions into whatever field you may go into. So say, for instance, I want to go into animation, I'm majoring in animation, I'm going to put my passions and my knowledge into that. So it's important. Knowledge is important.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years, I hope that I'll be working for a major animation company, movie companies, anything that could contribute to my specific career animation. My favorite thing about today is that after this day, I'm starting college, and that's the next step. Yeah. Tonight, just to chill out with family, enjoy the fact that I'm finished with high school, and bask in that. No, just thank you to Innovations High School.
My name is Ellis. I graduated from Innovations High School, and I am 18 years old. This day is important to me because I persevered. Many times I thought that I would give up. I didn't give up. So this day is important to me because I could have gave up a long time ago. The most difficult thing about getting to this moment was coming to school every day. I'm not gonna lie, getting up every morning. You know, I'm a pretty lazy person, but I still managed to work through it all.
What role have alternative schools played in getting you to this point?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
What roles have alternative schools played in getting you to this point?
Role that alternative schools played to get me to this point was, just helping me throughout my classes and making sure I was on my game and making sure I did all my work and completed it.
Why is education important to you?
Education is important to me because it's the key to success. You can't get anywhere without education.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
5 to 10 years, I see myself in a big house in California, a nurse, and with a steady bank account.
What's your favorite thing about today?
My favorite thing about today was just being with my family and friends.
What are your plans for tonight?
My plans for tonight, I'll probably go out with my friends, hang out on the beach or something like that.
My name is Mariah Gellar. I am 18 years old and I'm graduating from Innovations High School.
Why is this day important to you?
This day is important to me because from the start of high school, it was really challenging. These 4 years have been a real challenge, and seeing peers that I started high school with not being able to finish with me is just like, well, I made it. Like I did, because I know a lot of people that didn't make it, and from my start, it was a real challenge, but I made it. The most difficult thing was procrastination. Like, I am a really big procrastinator, and I put things back, which set me back. So I think that was a big challenge.
What roles have alternative schools played in getting you to this point?
The role that that alternative schools played in getting me to this point is they gave me a second chance that I really needed. Where regular schools, normally they don't like giving kids second chances. They just kick you out and just leave you on your own. But alternative schools, they gave me a much needed second chance. So, yeah. Education is important to me because you can't make it through life without constantly learning. You have to keep learning. And my education especially is important to me because I have a lot of goals and I just want to make it far in life, so I need my education. Like, it's a must that I have an education.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I see myself in 5 to 10 years, I see myself with a doctorate in physical therapy.
What is your favorite thing about today?
My favorite thing about today is just walking across stage and my family being able to see me walk across stage and receive my diploma and doing it with my friends and knowing that it wasn't easy and this day wasn't promised, but I'm still here, so. Yes, my plans for today, I'm gonna go eat with my family, then I'm gonna go hang out with some other graduates.
My name is Omar More, and I'm the janitor. No, just kidding. I'm the co-founder of Circle Foundation and principal of Innovations High School.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also a co-founder, and I'm the executive director of the high school. Mm-hmm.
So why is this day important for you guys?
Well, it's important for us because we've been doing this now for close to 15 years, and get to see so many young people graduate. This is the second year in a row we've had more male than female graduates, young black men in the community, so that's very important. A lot of budget cuts and things that are happening across the city. We're just happy to be able to provide the kind of service to the community, to the students, and help them get a future.
Right. Yeah, you know, when you think about it, a lot of the graduation rate for African American males and women is like below 45% in Chicago. So for us having a school and the ability to have this many graduates come out of our school to kind of help offset that, it means something to us really good. And we've seen the struggles that our students have had. So in order to see them actually make it to this day, it's a special accomplishment for them and also for us. It makes us feel really good.
What are some of the biggest struggles that the students have had reaching this point?
You know, we've had 2 students die this year. Many of them live in neighborhoods where there's a lot of violence. So a lot of them come from schools where they've struggled before, either dropped out or had bad attendance, family issues. I mean, it's a whole wide spectrum of what can go wrong. Some of them just personally were struggling. You know, some just like in high school, some kids just struggle. So, you know, there's a wide range, but some of them as serious as death to some of them as minute as I don't want to get up in the morning.
And then some students just don't do so well with a large school setting, so we have a smaller setting. So we have 400 students, so they have a more personal touch, more one-on-one attention. So they really appreciate the community feel of our school as opposed to a really large school with thousands of students where they may get overlooked by some things.
Very cool. How has Alternative Schools Network helped you guys?
They're a huge help for us. We've been working with them since the beginning. They're supporting things for us in terms of counseling services, support for field trips, working with wards of the state. They put wraparound service around all our students, and they really help re-enroll students get involved. And without ASN, it's really hard to do what we do. So we really appreciate the support that they give us every year.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we couldn't do it without them. Our charter is Youth Connection Charter School, but ASN is a partner with us, and like he said, it's not. We couldn't do it without their support. Yeah.
What do you believe in education? Why is it?
Well, education. I mean, I guess it's not as simple, but you know, I think beyond just getting a high school education, knowing something about the world and knowing your place in the world and how to change it if you don't like it and how to fit in if you do like it is huge. I mean, and you know, growing up with these children or young adults being 16 to 21, this is a special time where education is crucial. And then we live in a world of information. So if you're not a part of this information age, you're gonna get left behind, whatever that is. So, you know, there's a lot of opportunities for you to find your passion, but you have to have education as a cornerstone.
Education is really about citizenship, and you have to go out and be able to compete in the world. And the more you know, the more you're equipped to go out in the world. And the world is ever changing, so the more you educate yourself, the more you prepare yourself to deal with what's happening in the world outside.
What was your favorite thing, or what is your favorite thing about today?
When it's over, because it's really hot outside. No, the favorite thing is really just seeing the enjoyment on the families and the graduates when they're happy to see themselves going across the stage, and the hugs of a lot of kids. There were a lot of kids that we weren't sure were going to make it. They had a lot of struggles with that, so to see them walk across that stage and have tears in their eyes and be really happy, that's a big moment for us.
Yeah, and like I said when I was on stage, is like this is my 25th year out of high school, so it's kind of surreal just kind of looking back and looking at them like, man, I was that student that struggled but still made it out. And again, just letting them know that this is just one step and step of many for their lives. So that's the biggest part for me.